So I guess I can actually say welcome back to my channel, like all the cool people do. It's really been a while since I've posted something on YouTube. I suppose sorry, not really, but yeah, it's just a platform that I never gave any love to. It became an irritation. However, my other platforms have become an irritation, so I suppose
inspect your front bumper.
I suppose I will start posting here again. Those of you who have been watching my videos from way back when till now will kind of know I don't do things, there's no cinematic production, there's nothing fancy. It's going to be my ugly face talking a lot of nonsense most of the video and just showing you what I've done, how I've built stuff and what I've been doing on the car. And speaking of that, that is going to be the main focus of this video, is a lot of updates on what's changed on my car, should you not be following me on Facebook, Instagram and TikTok. I've got a lot of new things on the van. I've got a rooftop tent now, I've got a new fridge, got new lights. Yeah, so we're going to touch base on all of that stuff. At this current moment you can see I'm driving with no seatbelt. Oopsie, my bad, but we're here. And here is on the N3.
The place is a job.
We are making our way to a new spot that's opened up for camping. It's an old establishment, but they're obviously feeling the pinch and they've decided to open up some campsites. They've asked me and a few of my mates, you can hear my buddies chatting on the radio there. Rob from Adventure X Lithium Batteries, Jacques from TJM Africa. They've asked us to come and have a look at the campsites, look at what they've done so far, and give an opinion on what they can do to improve it and make it more attractive to the general public. So let's go take a look at that, guys. Here we are inside this local game reserve, and this is Talla Private Game Reserve in Camperdown. We're approaching the campsite that they are busy working on and developing. We're going to show you guys around here and chat about the changes that we've done to our vehicle. Couple of things that I want to show you that I've changed on the van are obviously the rooftop tent. I've upgraded the rear suspension to accommodate the increased load. I've changed a few things in the back in terms of my packing strategy. But before I discuss and show you the rooftop tent, you know, a lot of the thought process behind adding a rooftop tent for me was, unfortunately my little guy has gotten bigger now. He's 7 years old now, so we can't all three of us share the teardrops bed comfortably. It just becomes a bit of a problem, and he's also getting a bit too old to sleep with us now. So the rooftop tent has allowed me to move from the trailer into the rooftop tent until such time as our little guy is brave enough to go in there and sleep by himself without needing us for, you know, whatever he might need at night. So that was the main reason. Obviously I've wanted a rooftop tent because it looks cool. It's practical for a weekend like what I'm on now, where I'm out with a couple of friends of mine and it's just us, the girls and the youngsters are all at home, no kids, no wives. So having a rooftop tent for me is great. I don't have to sleep on the floor, I don't have to tow my trailer, I can just roll in, pop the top and I'm sleeping. An RT1, and it's really nice. They retail for about 48,000 bucks, which is not cheap, but nothing in this game is. Well, let me rephrase, nothing good in this game is cheap. Check this view quickly. Anyway, here we are. And it comes with a lot of stuff that you actually have to pay extra for with other tents. So it comes with a folding table. It comes with 2 USB-C QC3 rated chargers. It comes with an internal Anderson plug. It comes with a 12-volt socket built in. It has 2 small drop-down tables, and then all the normal stuff that any tent comes with: lights and the upholstery line, ceiling. This specific one, what I liked, has got a dual canvas. So there's the internal canvas and a separate canvas on the outside, so it acts almost like a fly sheet. I quite enjoyed that. It's very large, which leans itself to now being a bit heavier at 95 kilos. So pros and cons, guys. You're going to choose what you like. I chose what I like, and I do recommend the tent like this. It is quite lekker. It does compete against brands like Alucab, but it's a great tent in my opinion, and it's suiting my needs quite well at the moment. Yeah, I've got a solid VHF antenna. I'm still running my TJM stuff. I have unfortunately had to change my rear leaves to accommodate this big boy here. So I'm now running a 600 kilo leaf pack from Old Man Emu. I didn't have an option because there's not really any other brands besides Tough Dog that make a big enough pack for me. Right, so there is the rooftop tent that we've added. We'll chat about that later. Very cool. I have also changed the inside. So this is a little prototype that we've developed to make easier access. So I'm going to be fine-tuning this to sit a little bit more up, and that'll sit in. Quick access to my chairs and my side table. Done a similar setup in the back there, and this gives me a lashing point now for my other bits and pieces, which I'm having canvas bags made up for. This creates a storage space behind here for other small things, and then I've got all of this now open, and I have 2 large aluminium trommels that go in here that sit at the same height as the fridge for longer trips. So that's how that's set up. We're still running the quick pitch shower cube. My ladder goes here for the tent. My drawer system is still the same. I've added the LP Cool 95 litre dual zone fridge because you just can't get enough space when you're camping with the family. So that is the setup. We've changed the first aid kit. The bag is gone. I now run a Pelican case. It's far better. It packs nicer. Still with the 1500 watt inverter. That'll be changed soon to accommodate a few new things that are coming in. I've recently received a lovely sponsorship from Adventure X lithium batteries. I'm running a 200 amp hour battery in here now. Still with my Victron 20 amp MPPT. I'm still running my 30 amp controller. I will be changing to the 50 amp XS soon. My kitchen unit has changed slightly as well. I now have a molly system in the back here to accommodate my bags. And that is essentially all we've changed on the van. And that's how she looks at the moment. So here's our BMS app that comes with the new Adventure X lithium battery that we're using. I'm currently running -1 amp, so I'm taking 1 amp out the battery. The time is 10:30 and we're on 90%, 181 amp hours remaining. So we've changed to a 200 amp hour, and it's been the world of a difference. We run obviously our camp lights. That also runs my 95 litre fridge, and I charge phones and devices with an inverter, so we use the super fast chargers. Makes a big difference. So what you are kind of seeing here is the inside of my rooftop tent at night. I've run a LED strip light around what is my fold down tables. The unfortunate thing is I miscalculated how much length I need, but it's quite lekker. I mean, I've got the option now with a remote to change the colors and obviously then create more light, or if I'm really keen, put it into like a little disco mode. Obviously this is not something that, you know, we'd use really often. Predominantly I just sit with it sitting with the red mode like such, and if that is insufficient amount of light, I've got the option here to put that light on. Then there's a light on the roof as well, I'll show you in the morning. It's plenty big enough. I have a fan set up in here as well, my phone charger. I've got an Adventure X distribution box. I'll show you that now. That's what it looks like here. It's got its own light in it. So if we put this light off, here's my Adventure X box. Now this gives me the temperature inside my tent, which is 14 degrees at the moment. It gives me any drawers that are on the box and plugged into it. So just so you guys can see quickly, if I put the light off, there we go. You've got two 12-volt socket outputs. There are two DC male inputs, which are outputs, so you just plug your DC male in here. Sorry, you got USB ports and USB-C ports. This bottom one is a 100-watt port, so super fast charge supported. And then there's two Anderson plug outputs and two Anderson plug inputs. I have a dedicated line that runs into my tent that powers this. The tent itself also has multiple power options and further drop down tables should you need. Right, so that's the tent in and of itself. Okay, so this is the morning shot now. We've got the sun rising just over there. Beautiful sunrise. This is the inside of the tent, where it's a little bit lighter. Not light enough really, but that's what it looks like. And this is the other side of the campsite. You can see there's another stand there, another one there. Plug points. Really lekker spot.